Hi, everyone. This is Flora and my friend Barbie, and welcome to Two Friends and a Bible. Um, we want to thank you first off for stopping by to spend time with us. And we're going to do a short Bible trivia where we will give you some clues as to who this person is. We've really enjoyed putting these together. They're fun. We're learning stuff, and we hope you are too. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. We would definitely appreciate it. And with that said, let's get started. Barbie, can you start us off with some clues?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, our person's name means noble woman or princess. So we are letting you know up front, our person is a woman. She was 127 years old when she died, and she died in Hebron. It is not known who her parents were, but it is known that she was married. Here are a few verses that mention our person. 1 Peter 3:6, Romans 9:9, Hebrews 11:11, Genesis 17:1, Genesis 21:1, and Genesis 17:5. This trivia is going to be a bit hard for us not to disclose who this person is because of her popularity. So bear with us. Flora, can you do some?
And Barbie, I agree. I sure will. I agree. This one is a bit hard. Her name also means Mother of Nations. She followed her husband and saw his faith waver, grow, and then waver again. She is also believed to be her husband's half-sister as well. And that's not uncommon at this time. She was mistreated on a few occasions and treated others badly on a few occasions. She holds a special place in genealogy of faith, and despite her faults, God intervened on her behalf. Although her story is messy, it's also very beautiful and filled with God's mercy, favor, and love. Just like ours, showing us that He loves us, even when we're not too likable. Barbie,
Yes,
I'm going to let you take over.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So anyone figure out who this person might be based off the clues? If you read the story, you might have figured it out. If not, you might not, but let's just keep going. So either way, we're going to give you some additional clues to help you out. There was one thing that our person wanted, however. Well, I'm sorry. There was one thing that our person really wanted. However, God had not blessed her with this, and she became desperate, losing her hope and faith that God would answer her prayer. Has this ever happened to any of you guys before? Wanted something really bad and you felt like God wasn't answering you because He hasn't answered your prayer? It's happened to me. So I'm sure it's happened to just about all of us. But regardless, God still loved her while blessing her and her husband. That's our God.
Yes, it is. And like you, Barbie, I've been through the same thing. I think, like you said, we all have. Our person became so desperate to get this one thing she wanted, she devised a plan and went to her husband with this plan. Neither consulted God on what they should do. In Genesis 16:2, she blamed God. What was this big plan, you ask? She would have her husband marry her servant. This caused her servant to become her husband's second wife, which in return caused some serious friction between the women. Well, our person's plan worked, and her servant was able to do what our person was not able to do.
Yeah. Too
Barbie,
much
tell us a little bit
estrogen.
more here.
Too much estrogen. Can't have two women in the same household, right? Okay, guys, if your wife comes
Yep.
to you with this kind of plan, run. Man, did this start some jealousy between these two women. It did not work out for our person like she'd had hoped. Wife number 2 felt she was more on equal terms as our person and not a servant as before. Our person was getting angry about wife number 2's attitude and the fact that God gave wife number 2 what she wanted. What a tangled web. What a tangled web for sure. 14 years later, God did bless our person with what she wanted and what He had been promising her all along. She was so happy, as was her husband. Now enters wife number 2's jealousy due to our person now having what she had and putting her and what she had on the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak. So now the hubby, he loved both the items that both wives had. However, our person wanted wife number 2 gone along with what she had. So our person wanted this second wife gone. So apparently wife number 2 and what she had was making fun of our person and what she had. So our person did not believe wife number 2 had their family's best interests at heart. And it's important to note that wife number 2 was Egyptian. So how about you, Flo? You got some more?
I do, and I'm just wondering, has anybody figured this out? Some of you probably have, but if you haven't, that's okay. We definitely have some drama for sure. Hubby did what our person wanted, and it turned into a big mess. Our person tells hubby that wife number 2 and what she had must go. So hubby complies to keep peace. We believe he also trusted his wife's instinct, but was concerned for wife number 2 and what she had. But God promised he would provide for them. Wife number 2's name was Hagar, and what she had that our person wanted was a son with her husband. Due to our person's impatience with waiting on God, Islam was formed through our person's husband and Hagar's son, Ismail. Muhammad, the founder of Islam, is believed to be an ancestor of Ismail's. Muhammad stated that Allah told him to kill the Jews, thus the issues many Muslims have with Jewish people today. God never said this. It's not in the Bible. I think this story is a great example of why we are supposed to wait on God's timing. Had our person waited, we would not have the Muslim religion today. He knows the future and why he waits to answer prayers. We do not. Excuse me. Are y'all ready for us to reveal who this person is? And let's do a drum roll. It's Sarah.
Yay!
How many of you got that?
I got it. I mean, oh my goodness. Why, of course you think, what kind of the crazy things we do now. Why would you think that was ever going to work? 2 wives? Of course, back then that was normal. But, I mean, she was 90 years old when she had a baby. So apparently Abraham had not planned to take another wife. So, yeah. And then you figure Hagar was Egyptian. Yeah. You figure Hagar was an Egyptian, so she probably was into all the different gods and things like that, whereas Abraham and Sarah were, first Hebrews, first Jews. And, so, I'm just envisioning God up in heaven just scratching his head. What are you doing? Yeah, so now we have Muslim, and they hate the Jews, even today. How crazy is that? All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you would please like, subscribe, and share this video, we would be so appreciated. And stay tuned for the next one. Y'all have a good one.